So welcome to today. This is awesome. Thank you guys for hopping on. I so appreciate you. I'm going to be, if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes on my iPad because I can only see what you see on this one. Okay, so just a quick refresh from last week. You need your blueprint for this because we're going to keep going on. And remember, you need passion, you need to be coachable, and to be willing to share. So we're going to go, when you get your start kit, you get, one of them is the 6 basic elements of a successful business. And we are going to be going more over number 4, going deeper into number 4, the systems. So let's look at those systems. There is the company, trends, products, systems, timing, and compensation. And we're going to go through the systems in these 4 weeks. And if you remember, there are 4 pillars in LifeVantage. And one of them is the blueprint, which we will go all the way through. Today, we're going to go through the event cycle, and then next week, we'll go through core habits, and the week after that, personal growth. So let's go through the blueprint really fast. So we started on the first page, and we went through quite a bit, and today we're going to go through invite and tell the story. So last week we went through getting started checklist and the database, and this week we'll be going through 3 and 4. Yeah, so we'll be going through invite, events, and tell the story. Last week in the training, we did some homework, and we went through the first 4 in the new distributor training. And then in the tech side of things, we went through all of your global e-commerce store. Hopefully you watched those and you got a fair bit out of them. And then in the LV Pro, we did the first 8. So after this, we'll have Q&A, and if you have any questions, we can go through those. All right. Before we dive into the invite, I want to show you this page, which is what page is that? It is page 7. The business partners, the person who signed you up, as well as their contact information, should be that's your personal enroller. And then the 3 people that they called and introduced you to, as well as their contact information, will be those next 3 lines. If your personal enroller didn't call people, it says call right now and introduce yourself. So you'll need to ask your personal enroller for phone numbers if they didn't do that for you, which is totally fine. The onus is on you. Or you can call and ask them to do it for you. They might have just simply forgotten, and that's okay too. So, another thing I wanted to look at was I have a lot of questions on how to do 3-way calls. And because most people have never noticed it before. So you just do a regular call. And then once you're in the call, you'll see the second screen there that says add call. And then once you've added a call, you see that merge calls. You can push that button, and then you'll be in the 4th screen into conference call. I just wanted to go over that really quickly because I get a lot of questions about that. And I love this picture. Network marketing, I have so found this to be true. We are really enjoying the everyone working together factor of this. It is something that has drawn us deeper into network marketing and LifeVantage, everyone going in the same direction. And it's awesome. It doesn't matter your gender or your skill set. You can learn. You can learn and grow into this and thrive and do well. And that is something that really is compelling to a lot of people. So now on, let's talk about the invite. On page, let's see, what page is that? It is page 16. I'm just going to read it. One thing I would strongly recommend to you, because we had never done this before, we were really good at connecting people, but we had never been intentional about inviting people. And so we looked at several YouTube videos and looked at successful people who are thriving in this profession. And somebody that I really connected with, and she is with LifeVantage, is Tara Wilson. I love her video on the art of inviting. She has several, she calls them lunch and learns. She does them when her kids are at school. She'll do them at lunchtime. She just talks for half hour, 45 minutes sometimes, and has really good content. So I would suggest you start with her. And if you don't jive with her personality, totally fine, but do find somebody who's way better at this than you are and learn from them. Mentors can be, they don't have to be in front of you. They can be authors. They can be people long dead. They can be, you can learn from anyone. Anyone can be your mentor. So I've actually sent her Facebook messages, and she's so kind. She responds right away and is just wonderful. So I recommend Tara Wilson, The Art of Inviting. I got a lot out of that video. Inviting people to learn more about your business is a critical skill. Do it well, and you'll have more people looking at the business and products. And that means more distributor and customer enrollments and a stronger business. Two very important points to remember. You are the messenger, not the message. Instead of telling the story, send your contacts to a third party or to a sales tool so they can learn the story there. That is something critical that we have been learning, and I think we've learned it. It is so useful and so important. It has saved me a lot of words in talking to people. I don't feel like I have to tell them everything and dump everything on them right now. In fact, that's not my job. My job is to be a professional inviter. And when I put it in that frame, I'm actually really good at inviting people to things. Most people are. We do it naturally, right? You find out you have a realtor and you know a realtor and you need to buy a house or sell a house, or you hear of a friend who needs to do that. Oh, I know. My friend John, he's a great realtor. Why don't you give him a call? That's an invite. That's using your network market, your friends and family, to help someone out. And that's exactly what we do. Two very important points to remember: believe and think positively. And don't forget to smile. People can feel your energy 1,000 miles away, even if it's over the phone. And it is so true. Before Sean and I call people, we'll be jumping around our office, getting our energy up. We'll laugh, tell each other jokes, something to get our energy up. So we're not like, hello, because I don't want to talk to someone like that. I want to talk to someone who's thriving in what they're doing. So 3 important places to send them. There's live meetings. There's 3-way conference calls, and there's pre-recorded presentations. I know Zoom is a great tool if you guys aren't in the same area as your friends. And Big Blue Calendar, we'll look at that in a few slides too. Three-way conference calls, those people on that list back there that I showed you the page number 7. Those people are great references to bring on a three-way conference call. Dr. Mark Gordon, he said, he's a Pro 9. He still uses three-way calls, and he gets validated by someone else because it's important, right? The people we're talking to, they're our friends and family. Some of them will be like, oh yeah, I'm in. But a lot of them want to hear it from someone else. For some reason, psychology, I don't know why. Someone way smarter than me could tell you, but that really works. There's some scripts there that are awesome. They're great. Tara, on her video, she gives a ton of script ideas. I'm someone who loves scripts because before I'm really good at it, I need to be able to reference something so I don't get lost and then freeze up. So I love scripts. This has been very useful to me. Okay, let's go on to the next page. There's another script, more scripts. There's 3, I think. Invite to a three-way call. There's invite to a pre-recorded presentation. You'll want to make it sound like your voice and in your own words, but just take time and sit down and rewrite the scripts so they're true to what the message is, but so they sound like you. That's really important because I find that if I am involved in something very special called nutrigenomics, that's really awkward for me. I can't say that, but I can sit down and rewrite it and spend some time thinking, and in the process learning the point of it all, and then I get it. So, okay. Our job title is professional inviter. The person who wins in this profession is the one who gets the information in front of the most people. End of story. And if you watch that Tara Wilson video, that's where I got that. So true. This isn't a sales business, it's a people business. And people who are passionate and genuinely care about people are the ones who will do well in this. Learn the art of inviting. It's a huge part of this profession. It's important. All right. We're going to hop over to this week, the new distributor portion of the training. Videos 5 through 12 will go a long way in that whole inviting part. They're great videos. They're very helpful. I know it says I didn't start it, but I did it in the app. So I did do it. I just didn't do it in the back office because it wasn't available when I went through this. But guarantee you, I will be going through it again in the next little while. So that's your homework. That will correlate with what we're talking about. Now, if you remember in the tech certified training, so you get your scarf at Global Convention. Last week, the homework would have made it so that your global e-commerce store lessons, that whole course would have been done. Okay, let's go on to LV Move. Be a follow-up rock star. Last week we did the first 8 videos. This week, it is also about sharing, how to share a video or referral, how to shop for products and sales tools, and how to enroll a new distributor. Those 3 would be good to watch this week. And what did I do? Did I totally just mess that up? I think I did. We didn't start that last week. The first 5 will be perfect for this week. Oh, and this is for your scarf. Remember, you can get a scarf at Global. All right, let's go back to the 4 pillars. We want to talk about the event cycle today. This is the second pillar of LifeVantage, and we have found it definitely a strong pillar. Each of these four are absolutely necessary to thriving and doing well. So here's on page 18, there's a lot of information in there. It tells you where to get information on events, and I'm just going to go to the next slide here. There are 5 different events in the event cycle that LifeVantage talks about. One is when you sit down and tell your story and the company vision and do a one-on-one coffee, you know, with someone, or just sit down one-on-one or with a small group. The second one is home meetings. This is really the heart of the company, of the business, right? The next one is big or hotel meetings. And the next one is regional meetings, LifeVantage Academy. I know that Vancouver is going on their second qualifying round to get to LifeVantage Academy. Here in Edmonton, we have one, but we need to work a little harder to keep it. It's been absolutely fabulous, though, to have Pro 9s and 10s come once a month and speak. They speak life into us. They tell us their story and how they got where they got. And those are the people, or how they got where they are. Those are the people I want to learn from. I want to keep growing. I want to get where they are. So I definitely want to learn from them. The next one is Global Convention, and our next one is Salt Lake City, April 20th to the 22nd. And we'll be there. We're excited, and I'm sure we'll see a fair bit of you there. If you go to on the top of that page couple back, the events, lifevantage.com/upcoming-events. This is what you'll see right now, and it tells you all the bigger events that are out there. Now, another awesome place to go is bigbluecalendar.com. That first screen is what it will automatically come up to. So for our lovely Americans on here, that'll be where you want to go. If you're Canadian, you'll want to go to that drop-down box and pick Canada. Canada calendar, I believe it says, and then it will switch over to that last screen. But each date, it will tell you where events are, and you can click on them, and it will tell you exactly what they are, how much it costs, where it is. You can RSVP or buy tickets, whatever it is. You'll need to buy tickets for LifeVantage Academies that happen once a month near you. Some are in-home meetings. Some people put their Zoom calls up there. There's lots going on. You can see in the American one that there's a lot more going on in the States, because you can only see the first 4 dates, right? Whereas Canada, you can see half the month. So a lot less going on here, which means a lot more opportunity. And well, I'd say there's still a ton of opportunity in the States. There's a ton of opportunity around the world. But we're just getting going here in Canada, so it's pretty exciting. Okay, let's go back to the blueprint. Meeting types. From small to large, we have created different types of meetings designed to build on each other. So this just explains that previous slide that I have, the ABC meetings. It's just one-on-one. And you can go through that and read that in your blueprint, and it would be a good thing to do, but they just kind of sum it up. All right, now let's talk about telling the story. Now this goes into when you are meeting with people, what do you say? So we've done the invite, we've got them there. Now what do you say to them? So let's walk through that with a start. Let's start with the story. So we're going to start with who. Storytelling can bring LifeVantage and your business to life in a powerful way. And we're not talking about fiction either. Learning how to tell your personal story combined with the LifeVantage story is an amazing business building tool that never wears out, and one that can serve you for years to come. So here's how to do it in a meeting. The advisor, usually your upline business partner, takes the lead and gives the presentation. The bridge, which is you, edify A, which is the advisor, and actively listen during the presentation. And then the client, this is the potential client you invited. So it's a lot of fun to do, edifying people when you're the bridge. You edify up to the person who is doing the presentation for you, and you edify to the client, your client to your advisor. And that's one of my favorite things to do. It's fun to come up with things to say about people that will bring a smile to their faces. Your story? Professional background, what you do or did for a living. Do not say full-time network marketer. Use your profession before you went full-time in the industry. What you didn't like about it, the pain. What you found, the solution. How you feel about your future, the solution, or what has happened, the results. So it's a simple outline to follow, and you can fill that in. You know your story better than anyone. And just sit down, write it out, practice, think it through before you start talking to people. Sometimes it's fun to wing it, but it's even more fun to have thought about it and then wing it. The company story. Show the ABC Primetime video through the LV Share app. Show where Nutrigenomics goes to work DVD. Discuss the nutrigenomics breakthrough in the science and its anti-aging benefits. Use the 6 basic elements brochure. Use timing and how we're in the forefront of nutrigenomics and we are just getting started. Protandim NRF2 and NRF1 synergizers are powerful by using the NRF2 pathway to help the body produce more antioxidants and boosting mitochondrial production in the NRF1 pathway. Nutrigenomics delivers a 1-2 punch to fight the effects of aging. Protandim NRF2 synergizer holds 3 composition patents and 20+ scientific studies. And then you go into how to build your business. Review the 6 ways to get paid in the 6 basic elements brochure. So that's a really good outline for a really simple presentation. And you know what? Most people just want a really simple presentation, and you will have way more information than they need or want right at that moment. And that's a really, really good outline. So I think that is all I have for today. Next week we'll be going, no, am I not done yet? I'm just making things up as I go. I skipped pages. I'm not done. Okay, so step 1, so this is reviewing the story. Your story, your name, where you live, your professional background. Why did you choose LifeVantage? You had a really good reason. Step 2, company story. Show the ABC Primetime. And you'll see timing, Protandim NRF2 synergizer, product testimonials. The more I'm around this, the more testimonials I have, and the more excited I get about this. the more testimonies I have just in my own body. It's very cool. And it's just awesome. We were just talking about that right before I got on this. And then step 3, how to make money. People want to know, okay, that's great. If they're business minded, they want to know though, how do I make money? Okay, now for real. That's all I have for today. New. Those things though, the invite and the story, telling your story, they're really important as far as your one-on-one contacts and your group contacts with people. It's very, very important. The event cycle, it boosts me every time. The Life Vantage Academies are on Saturday mornings, which are my slow down days. The mornings, Saturday mornings, have traditionally been my stop and breathe moments. And so every time I'm like, oh, I don't want to go. But every time we've gone, which has been every time since we joined, I have been so glad I went, because there's been some nugget that I needed to get me one step further. So these event cycles, when we went to Anaheim to the global, I don't think it was a global convention, but it was a really big one. It was amazing. It's what really solidified for me wanting to do the business. Sitting in a room with 8,000 people, and it wasn't all rah-rah. It was actually really good and really informational, but you could just feel that everyone was moving in the same direction together. And like that picture I showed a little earlier, wanting to help each other. It wasn't I'm going to step over you to get where I want to go feel. It was, we're in this together. Let's go. Let's do this. And it was something that my husband and I had been longing for. So next week, we will do the follow-up, resolving concerns, and the close. And we will also do more on the technical training and the videos for the new distributors. So